has chosen geneticist Eric Lander, who aided guide the human genome, to lead the Office of Science and Technology Policy. In a move that flags the significance of science to the approaching organization. President-elect Joe Biden, reported Friday an arrangement to make the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy a cabinet-level office. To head the workplace, Biden named Eric Lander, a mathematician and geneticist who aided guide the human genome and established the Broad Institute, a Boston-based biomedical exploration community well known for work on the quality-altering innovation CRISPR-Cas9. Lander, who additionally is a science educator at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology and Harvard Medical School, recently served on President Barack Obama's Board of Science Councils. His experience in life sciences is bizarre for the top occupation at the OSTP, which has ordinarily gone to physicists who can exhort the president on issues concerning atomic weapons and related technologies. His designation proposes the significance of science skill amidst coronavirus pandemic, which has murdered just about 400,000 Americans. Biden likewise named MIT Vice President for Research Maria Zuber, a planetary researcher who drove endeavors to plan the surfaces of the Moon and Mars, and Nobel Science laureate Frances Arnold, a pioneer in incorporating fake proteins, to head the President's Council of Advisors on Science and Technology. Alondra Nelson, the leader of the Social Science Research Council and an educator at the Institute for Advanced Study, will fill in as the OSTP's Agent Chief for Science and Society, zeroing in on issues of science, strategy and social imbalance. Then, National Institutes of Health Director Francis Collins, a geneticist doctor who likewise led a human genome project, will stay in his present job, the change said. Collins was designated to the work in 2009 by Obama. Science will consistently be at the bleeding edge of my organization, and these widely acclaimed researchers will guarantee all that we do is grounded in science, realities, and reality, Biden said in a news discharge. Lander will require affirmation by the Senate, a cycle that could confront critical deferrals. By raising the President's Science Council to cabinet level, Biden set a glaring difference with the Trump organization, which held up 19 months to name an OSTP chief and worked the workplace with a more modest staff than the Obama organization. Kelvin Drogemeyer, an exploration meteorologist, who served in that job, was not seen as especially persuasive in the West Wing. At the point where the science guide is at the cabinet table, the capacity and the clout that accompanies that to coordinate science into a wide range of dynamic is so incredible, said natural chemist Sudat Parikh, the CEO of the American Association for the Advancement of Science. Parikh said it was significant for the workplace to work not just with conventional logical organizations, such the Environmental Protection Agency and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, yet with all pieces of the national government, offering administrations as different as factual experiences for the enumeration and atmosphere aptitude for the Department of Defense. There are 20 offices across government that reserve science, Parikh stated, and that needs coordination that you can just get with a cabinet-level position. Numerous logical specialists likewise acclaimed Lander's selection. John Holdren, who was science counselor to Obama, adulated Lander as a polymath, a wonderful researcher and logical pioneer, and a profoundly dedicated example of presenting science and innovation as a powerful influence for improving the human condition. Lander is a supporter for more noteworthy government backing of science and innovation. In 2017, he co-composed an opinion piece in the Washington Post calling for heavy interest in what he called America's supernatural occurrence machine, the driving force of openly financed research that controls the country's financial development. The $4 billion NIH interest in the Human Genome Project he brought up prompted an expected $1 trillion of financial movement. Kei Koizumi, a previous senior guide for science strategy at AAAS, was named the OSTP's head of staff. Nada Jones, a guide to the Democratic staff on the Senate Committee on Commerce, Science, and Transportation, will be its boss administrative undertakings chief. This is a logical dream group, Herrick stated, lauding the nominee's variety of mastery and policy-making experience, in a letter to Landa posted on the Change site. Biden composed that it is fundamental that we invigorate and revitalize our public science and innovation procedure. He spread out inquiries confronting his new science office. What exercises does the pandemic proposal on the country's general well-being needs? What logical advances are needed to address environmental change? How might the United States keep up innovative and monetary strength? How could the organization sustain, explore, and guarantee that advancements advantage all Americans? Despite the fact that Biden ran on a guarantee to handle a worldwide temperature alteration, there is no undeniable atmosphere master among his OSTP candidates and representatives. Yet, Biden has named previous EPA Director Gina McCarthy to be the principal ever Public Atmosphere Counsel with an office in the West Wing. Furthermore, previous Secretary of State John F. Kerry will fill in as unique official emissary for atmosphere. The first run through the National Security Council incorporates an authority committed to the issue of environmental change.